the Culture, Diversity and Development Department, transforming DeliverEd's HR function. Some titles we considered during our brainstorming and selection process were People, Care and Culture Department, the Corporate Culture and Care Department, and the Culture and Development Department. While these titles were considered, we didn't believe they encompassed the expectation we have for the department in the long term or foreseeable future. The term care, while showing good intentions, is often associated with short-term issues. The goal of our department isn't just to throw a band-aid on a cut in the hopes that it will heal, but rather we want to eradicate the issue while also building new foundations, which we believe will allow the organisation to prosper, thus creating a positive working environment. The term corporate we also believe was counteractive to our goals as it separated corporate staff from non-corporate, and our goal is to implement practices and policies that allow all involved to succeed, not just one section within a large and continuously growing organisation. We also agree with Ms. Edwards' argument that terms such as people, personnel, talent, or human resources were unfit and demeaning to staff, as it branded them as a tangible resource. So why was the title Culture, Diversity and Development Department chosen? We decided on this title as it invokes the goals the department has in fixing current issues and building new foundations which will allow all members of the organisation to thrive. We want to create a more modern working environment that embraces cultural differences, diversity, and how no two workers are the same. We as a department want to implement practices and policies that promote fairness and equal opportunities to management and staff. We aim to celebrate the wins of our employees and guide them when it comes to overcoming and learning challenges that may present themselves. While staff are imperative to us in achieving our objectives in the short term, they are also essential for the organisation to succeed in the future. We aim to provide practices and policies which will advocate for the continuous developmental growth of the organisation's staff.
Perceived justice is how employees view how they are being treated within the organisation. It is the subjective perception of fairness of allocation. DeliverEd have not been rewarding their employees fairly. The new Culture, Diversity and Development Department should look at different methods of rewarding their staff instead of relying too heavily on monetary means. They should also pay attention to decision making and try to ensure that it is uniform to give employees more direction. Overall, clear decision making and transparency with rationale is essential for the new Culture, Diversity and Development Department to succeed and deliver their mission. Corporate social responsibility refers to the management concept where the organisation starts to adopt social and environmental issues into their business objectives. To put it simply, it refers to an organisation managed in an ethical way. Organisations that prioritise corporate social responsibility are often more successful than organisations that neglect it. Having good corporate social responsibility helps to give employees a purpose in the business, and it helps to solidify brand loyalty as consumers are growing more and more socially and environmentally conscious. There can be consequences for organisations who are not focused on corporate social responsibility, such as employee disengagement and demotivation. This can result in poor productivity within the organisation as well as high staff turnover. The new Culture, Diversity and Development Department should focus on corporate social responsibility to gain stakeholder and staff confidence once more.
Weaknesses in the HR function has impacted the entire firm and heavily affected the organisation culture and the employment relations within it. As the firm progresses, we believe it is vital we address these issues and ensure that every employee and manager has an understanding of the main weaknesses of the HR approach that is currently being adopted and why there is such a need for change. The current HR function has implemented what we call a unit trust approach. This embodies a firm as one united community where all employees strive towards the same common goal. This approach rejects the idea of conflict and believes there is no requirement for a trade union. However, this idealistic view is not a reflection of reality. Conflict is inevitable, and a variance of opinions should be welcomed and can in fact assist a firm's growth. Due to the expansion of the firm and reports that many employees at DeliverEd are feeling their voices being unheard, it is clear that the current HR approach is not effective. We have highlighted some of the main issues which have been brought to our attention and that we believe need to be addressed immediately. HR policies and practices, including recruitment and training, provide employees with guidance and assistance throughout their career. These have currently been designated to managers of each division instead of a HR function. This has caused a lack of coordination across the organisation. The failure to implement a formal performance management scheme has left many employees feeling there is favouritism and bias regarding rewards. Any rewards which have been granted have been completely financial, which does not reflect the individual needs of each employee. Training and development throughout an employee's career not only allows them to upskill and improve their trade, but also highly benefits the firm's performance capacity. The lack of such is a huge weakness we aim to address. The lack of formal channels for employees to communicate with their superiors has also been recognised and has led to a disconnect throughout the workforce. We want all employees to feel we highly value their input, and we will encourage their contribution and opinions from here on.
The new Culture, Diversity and Development Department will aim to transform demoralised and disillusioned employees into upbeat and optimistic employees, restoring pride in working for DeliverEd. Again, the operations department currently in place is obsolete, with their restrictive view in only offering financial rewards and providing training and development to the best performing employees. For DeliverEd to capitalise on success, a more diverse approach is needed towards facilitating employee needs and inclusivity. This will be achieved through implementing a structured performance management system with achievable customised goals for all employees, and investing in training and development opportunities for all employees, boosting morale and motivation. The new Culture, Diversity and Development Department will help DeliverEd in achieving its strategic plan to maintain and increase its market share within the distribution sector in Ireland. Currently, the operations department in the company is inept and unable to cope with the influx of queries from the company's 175 employees. However, the new HR function has identified two key aspects which will refocus business objectives. These are implementing coherent HRM policies and practices across all departments, and effectively retaining employees, developing their skills through adequate experiences.
Although a number of issues within the company have been highlighted, we feel there are three main areas that we should be focused on to gain back the cooperation of our employees within the company. One area of importance is ensuring we implement coherent HR policies and practices throughout the company. At the present moment, there are no policies and practices that flow through the company, and this is an issue for us, as it means that different areas of DeliverEd are acting in different ways. Employees do not know what is acceptable and what is expected of them, as it changes depending on each department. If we implement a coherent set of these policies and practices, employees will have a better understanding of what it is we expect from them. This means their goals are more likely to match with the goals of our management. Implementing policies that support our leadership will give us an advantage over competitors, as everyone within the company will be focused on the same goals and the environment will be much fairer, as all employees must adhere to the same policies and practices. Another issue that we must focus on to regain employee cooperation and make for a better overall company environment is to look at providing more opportunities for training and development for employees. Presently, employees feel they are not receiving enough of these opportunities. We are at risk of losing many of our employees who feel our company has nothing more to offer them because of this lack of training. Employees want to learn, and if we give them this opportunity, they will feel more appreciated within the DeliverEd team, which in turn will increase their commitment to us. This is what we want, employees that are happy to work for us because they know we care about them. Providing them with opportunities for growth is one way to show them this. Finally, we feel that our company should implement a performance management system. There have been some problems with employees feeling others are given more opportunities within the company, and they feel they are not being rewarded or noticed for their hard work. This is obviously going to impact employee morale, as they feel favouritism is taking place within the company, which will do nothing except demotivate employees. A performance management system is an objective way for us to look at the work that is being done and rate all employees fairly. This will also give us a better idea of who's working hard when it comes to promotion time. We understand that you as employees want the freedom and opportunities to work hard and be acknowledged and rewarded for this work. This is something we can achieve with the implementation of a performance management system. It will also allow us to give you feedback on your work so that you are constantly improving and growing within the company. Focusing on these issues within our team will help to increase employee cooperation within the company and in turn increase the success of DeliverEd as a whole.